Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today, guys? Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, what's our subject for today? Our subject for today is: should I buy a brand new home or should I buy an older home? Well, I'm going to tell you what, that's a really good question, guys, because I'm going to tell you what, here in America, we are building homes left and right. Here in the Northeast Florida area, Jacksonville, we have some communities where there are really, really old homes. Riverside area, we've got the Avondale area, we have the Springfield area, and I'm gonna tell you what, there are a lot of old homes that need somebody like you to go ahead and invest in them and buy one. But there are some people who like to buy brand new construction. So we're just gonna have some pros and cons, talk about, should I buy a new home or should I go ahead and buy an older home with good bones? Now, this particular home that I'm looking at right here, it is almost 100 years old. Now, that means this house was built in 1922. We're about ready to go into 2021, and so this home is almost 100 years old. So you got to consider who the type people who would purchase a home like this. In this particular neighborhood, at one time, it used to be people who had a tremendous amount of money. But see, in this day and age, almost anybody can buy the home of their dream. You can go to a nice planned community and you can buy a home for 250 all the way up to 550, $1 million, and you live in a planned community. Now, this at one time was a planned community, but the difference here is that each and every one of these homes has been probably updated, and also they don't look the same. It's really cool. This is more of a traditional style home. It was probably a banker or an insurance agent or somebody at one time when they built this house that lived here. But virtually anybody can buy a home like this today. This particular one is only going for $285,000. There's one right down the street here, and that house was going for $450,000. So in this regard, you can always buy a beautiful home and then upgrade it. And then, how are you doing today, sir? You can go ahead and buy a beautiful home like this. And then what happens is after many years, you've put your love into it, your sweat equity into it, you may decide that you want to downsize. But this particular community, like I said, the home right next door, it's being gutted. The houses up and around this community have already been upgraded. Now, this particular area, again, it is in the historical area, the Springfield area. And a lot of these homes have been set up for rentals. People buy them. You have a lot of young professionals. You have doctors, because right down the street is UF Medical Center. You've got downtown Jacksonville, which is less than 5 minutes away. The hospital is less than 3 minutes away. I mean, you've got, actually, if you want to work at the courthouse, it's really close. It's less than 5 minutes away. It's in walking distance. So people who purchase old homes a lot in the older neighborhoods, they buy them for convenience a lot of times. A lot of them, they do it for aesthetics. They like the way the styles look. They look at the homes and they say, wow, man, I really like that beautiful architecture. A lot of homes today, they're built really nice. They look good. But really, guys, if you look at this particular home, look at all the character, look at all the features and the benefits. It's just lovely. Let's imagine coming home from a hard day's work. Now, I ain't trying to say anything, guys. What I'm trying to do is give you some insight on maybe you might want to consider buying an older home. But if you like those brand new homes, that's great. But remember, you've got all kinds of fees that you have to pay for, association fees. You got to keep your grass cut the right way. You got to keep your house set up the right way. And when you buy an older home in a more established community, a lot of times you don't have to do stuff like that because they don't have those fees that you have to be charged. Now, one of the things, again, I like about older constructed homes is they're unique. Now, look at the glass on this. This door is very heavy. And if you look at the windows, look at all the style of these windows. If you were to have this particular house built today in this particular community, you're looking at possibly, take a look, guys, you're looking at anywhere from $550,000 or up to $1 million. The reason why I stress that is because these homes would have to be custom. And at one point, if you notice the flooring, you notice how thin the the flooring is. See how thin that is right there? A lot of them are this big now with the vinyls and all the plastics and all that kind of stuff. But to create a home that looks just like these, you're looking at over 550, maybe up to $1 million, depending on the neighborhood and the community. Now, I just happen to, this is one of my homes that I got for sale. I'm doing an open house today, and our subject for today is, should I buy an older home or should I buy a brand new home? It's all about personal preferences. Now, again, this may not be the home for you. This may not be the kind of style, but this particular one is, like I said, almost 100 years old, okay? It's been around a long time. Now, it was updated in 2015. So when it was updated in 2015, it was really, really cool. And the key to success in this regard, when it was updated, you know, all they did was make it look good again. Cleaned it up a little bit, maybe painted, added some floor stuff. They added brand new air conditioning system to it. They made sure the plumbing was up to date. They also made sure that not only the plumbing, but the electric and also the HVAC was updated. They also updated the kitchen area and the bathrooms. Now, again, you can walk into a brand new home of your choice. You can walk into a brand new home. I've got some great people I know with Adams Homes, LGI, and a bunch of different companies that make really, really nice homes. But for some people, they like unique homes. Homes that don't look like other homes, cookie cutter homes, for instance. You know, these particular homes, they look unique. And I had to show you this because, see, you're going to be buying a house. And you're going to have to ask yourself, do I want something that's unique? Now remember, there's positives and negatives. Look at this little pantry area right here, and also a place for you. They got small yards too, just like some of the brand new ones. Should I buy a home that's an older home and do some investing, add the paint, make it look just the way I want to? Or should I buy a house that's already built and then later go ahead and buy and fix it all up the way I want to? Because I'm going to tell you what, I work with a lot of customers. And one of the things that I've seen in my selling career is that when people buy stuff, they want to make it their own, especially homes. They go out and buy the special type of furniture that's best for them. They buy the different types of the paint, they buy the art, they fix it up, they make the bathrooms updated, they update the kitchens after so many years and so forth. So what I'm sharing is that $350,000 home, that $400,000 home, you're not going to keep it the way it just looks. Eventually, you're going to change the way it looks. So what I'm saying is if you can walk into an older home and pay a much better price, like I said, this one's only $285,000. Does it need some upgrades? Possibly. It's turnkey. That means somebody can just move right in and they'll be happy. They may find a couple of little things they need to work on to make it look just the way they want, but it's the same like when you go and buy brand new construction. If you're buying new construction, again, you've got all the brand new amenities, you've got all the beautiful neighborhood, but after so many years, you hope everybody takes care of those homes. And I've seen some homes, developments and stuff that after 20 years, they don't look that great. And I don't care what community you're in, eventually you're going to have to do upgrades, repairs. You're going to have to make sure the exteriors look as good as the outside. And like I said, this home is over almost 100 years old. Okay? Should you buy a brand new home or maybe buy an older home and then fix it up and gut it and maybe buy it at a little bit lesser price? It depends. It's all about what your budget is. Some people, they want turnkey. They want to move in. They don't want to do nothing. But I'm going to tell you what, everybody eventually does something. It doesn't matter what you do to your home. You will add to it and make it look better. But for some people, they love the aesthetics. They love the architecture. They love to have a beautiful home that looks like this. I'm just saying, guys, so if you're looking to buy a home, and if you're thinking that, well, you know, maybe honey or a significant other, I think maybe we should consider buying an older home. Well, do your due diligence and make sure when you do that when you buy an older home, that you have somebody inspect that sucker. I mean, you want to have the system, you want to have the septic system inspected. You want to make sure that your wiring is inspected, your electrical is inspected, your HVAC is inspected. If it's got a pool, make sure that you have it completely inspected. You know, my simple job today was just giving you a little bit of information about, should I buy a brand new home, or maybe I should buy an older home? I kind of like both. I bought an older home a few years back. I gutted it out. It was a cute little house. I got it for a good price. And I spent not a tremendous amount of money. And I had some really good craftsmen come in there and do some really, really good work for me. Now, I was looking at homes that were in the 300,000s, but I spent way under that and got a home of my dreams. Now, I'm not going to say I won't never move from that home, but you never know. At least I know that I didn't spend an arm and a leg. And now I don't have to pay any fees or anything like that. Now, you still have to pay your taxes and you have to pay your insurance and stuff like that. But I had it inspected. They said there were some upgrades and things that needed to be done. And see, when you go to buy a house, and if it's older home, you have the capability to will and deal with these people. If you have an inspector and they say, well, the roof needs to be replaced or the plumbing needs to be repaired, you still have the cards in your favor where you can say, hey, look, these things need to be done, or we need to go ahead and come off the price, because it's still got to be able to pass the banks and the bank's inspection. They're going to come out and they're going to say, okay, it's worth this much. And I'm going to tell you what, if it's not worth that much, you won't be able to get it. And if you do get it, they may say, well, you know, the guy you offered 300,000, well, it's only worth 250. And so you may have to come out of pocket, or they're going to have to lower that price. So I'm just saying there are benefits and pluses. A lot of times, like I say, when you go to buy a brand new home, they're really, really nice. But like I said, I've seen so many communities that seem like they were put up so fast that they deteriorate. I've seen some homes that were 30 years old. They look really bad. The materials didn't last. It was like, I don't know what they were thinking. The piping, the everything just fell apart. So you got to be real careful. Make sure when you buy your home, you get a thorough inspection, because when they go to do the appraisal on the home, you want to make sure it passed muster, and you also want to make sure you're not buying a junk house, okay? And this is a beautiful home. Like I said, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your real estate sales guy. I work for Exit Real Estate Gallery here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I help people buy brand new homes, new constructed homes. I have a list of brand new home companies that would love to help you buy a home and build the one to your dream. Or you can purchase a home like this that maybe needs a little bit of love, and you can fix it the way you want, buy it at a decent price, because this is Springfield area. The homes over here are really relatively affordable. Again, this is close to UF, hospital, and close to downtown. I just thought I'd show you these particular homes, let you see for yourself. This house is almost 100 years old. In less than a year, this home will be 100 years old. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I'm not 100 years old, but I'm getting close to it. And I just wanted you to see something that was different. Again, when you go to buy a home, you got to buy what you like. If you want to buy a brand new home, that's wonderful. If you want to buy an old home and get it and fix it up the way you want, that makes a lot of sense. So do me a favor, guys. If you have any questions, you can give me a call at 904-662-8933. Just ask for old Gary Lee, and you can check out my free website on yourrealestatessalesguy.com, and you can look at my Exit website. You can look at all the homes that are brand new construction, and you can also look at all the homes that are for sale in the Northeast area. We can go ahead and get you to heart those ones you like. We'll take an afternoon when it's convenient for you and go out there and see those houses, and we'll have a real good time. Just remember, just ask for Gary Lee. And I hope you had a wonderful time. And our subject for today is, should I buy a brand new home, or should I buy a home that's older? Okay, just saying. I hope you enjoyed the day. I know I did. So enjoy your day, guys. Should you buy a new home or an old home? That's a great question. Now you got an answer. All right.